My name is Peter Nembicki. I'm the president and CEO of Tier 1 Silver. Tier 1 Silver is an aggressive exploration company focused on silver, gold, copper, and now some exciting platinum, palladium, and even nickel assets, with our assets based in Peru. We have two phenomenal assets in Peru. One located just north of the city of Cusco, our Hurricane project, but our flagship project, Curibaya, located in the south, just above the border of Chile. For years, the majors have been looking over this area for the next large copper porphyry swing. And when we set our technical team out there 5 years ago to scan the entire coastline, our number one precious metals hit came back at Curibaya, which was really interesting because of where it landed our asset. So our number one precious metals hit came back at Curibaya. Now, this was really interesting because it didn't land us on a prolific epithermal belt, but rather in one of the most prolific copper porphyry belts in all of the world, home to Cerro Verde, Tocopala, Quellaveco, Cajone, and here we have this precious metals hit. So anytime you have a piece of property that has never been explored, never been drilled, you really want to just get a geological indication that there's something there. And what grades came back we had were phenomenal. We had silver grades up to 300,000 grams per ton silver, rock samples of gold up to a kilo. We had 78 plus samples over 1,000 grams per ton silver and over 2.5 per grams gold. So that really gave us that confidence to move to the next step, to do further exploration. And sure enough, those grades were replicated in channel samples, 12 kilos, 6 kilos, larger intercepts at 20 meters over 300 grams per ton silver. It gave us that confidence to take that next step. So a year and a half ago, we launched our first drill program, 5,000 meters, 16 holes. And within our first 6 holes, we got our first bonanza grade hit. We followed it up with 2 economic grade hits. And in our last hole of the entire program, 1.5 meters of 1.2 kilos. So we were excited with the grade. We know that the widths had to increase to have that true world-beating kind of experience. So really, we hired 2 world-renowned consultants to go visit our property and conduct a test over a couple weeks. They came back and said, listen guys, not only are you guys on the right track, if you go north on your property into this Curibaya zone where you got your best channel samples, your best rock samples, this is where you're going to get your best silver intercepts. Why? Because this is a story of erosion. Over 57 million years ago in the Paleocene era, has eroded the precious metals system off the top. And this is why you're getting all these phenomenal grades right on surface. This is why your best intercepts come around 1,900 meters in elevation. But if you go north on the property, you have 500 more meters of preserved precious metals to go after. So we love that story. We know that's coming up in our next drill program this spring. This will be our number one target for Tier 1 Silver. Secondly, these consultants came back and said, not only do you guys have a great silver run here, and we're not sure if you guys didn't see it because you're so focused on the silver, but there's a lot of indications that you have a big copper porphyry swing attached to this program. Now this starts to make a lot of sense considering where we're located on this prolific copper porphyry belt. So you're going to have more news coming out from Tier 1 Silver on this porphyry test, but it's something that we're very intrigued, and it got us a lot of attention from the majors operating in Peru of this area that they've been looking for this porphyry swing for such a long time. Curibaya itself is located in such a phenomenal area, foothills of the Atacama, desert terrain, no agriculture, no archaeology, no residences. We have one community that are truly partners with us, and they really want to see something happen here because they know economically how beneficial it can be for themselves in the area as far as working. We're located 45 minutes off the Pan American Highway and about an hour and a half drive out of the city of Tacna with an international airport. So really 2 deep water ports right to the coast. Phenomenal area for us to operate. And again, even with everything we're hearing in Peru, it is a truly exceptional place to operate that allows for opportunities like this that you're not going to find anywhere else in the world. We never have one project and all our eggs in one basket in Peru. So we went out and acquired our Hurricane project located just north of the city of Cusco. This is a different terrain, different system, different types of discoveries in and around this area. We acquired it from a private group called Pembroke, formerly of Newmont. The exploration work that these guys have done to date was truly exceptional. So we knew that by acquiring this, it would expedite all of our exploration work. So we went out, we got access to our first area and found very high-grade silver, 4 kilometers kilometers of veins outcropping on surface, artisanal mining shafts going 200-300 meters into the ground, showing that someone at some point was mining high-grade silver. Well, it didn't stop there. We had that kind of green light to take that project to the next level, and we got access to 2 other areas of our project in the north, where we found Nanahuayco and San Cipriano. Now, this comes with a whole different kind of discovery. 14 meters historical drill results of 5% copper equiv, but most notably comes with 0.62% nickel. Now, this is what's really scratching the head of the majors, because they can't figure out how we stumbled upon a copper nickel deposit in Peru, something that you mostly find in areas of Brazil or in Russia. These thin sills close to surface that can span kilometers at a time. So now we have a silver project that we went there and focused on. Now we have this base metal story appearing. Much like our flagship Curibaya, we went there for the silver and have come across a large base metals play. This is what the country of Peru can offer with such a mineral-rich country and so many opportunities to go after. We're always looking at projects in and outside of Peru to diversify, but really, these 2 projects deserve to be standalone projects on their own. So as we developed Hurricane out, 12 months into now, we're probably going to bring a drill to it. Up until then, further geophysics to really define these high grades. So again, with Curibaya, our flagship project, tremendous success, 30% of our drill holes being over that economic grade kind of return, with that copper porphyry test to come up this spring. Hurricane silver, phenomenal silver grades, bonanza grades, over 4 kilometers of veins outcropping on surface, and then to have that copper, nickel, platinum, palladium story coming to light. Again, with our company itself, my founder, Ivan Bebic, and Sean Wallace, who've been a part of multiple successes in the past with Keegan Resources in West Africa, huge exit for shareholders. Again, founding Caden in Mexico, selling that to Agnico in 2014 for over $200 million before they even had a resource. And here they started Oren Resources. We're a spin-out of Oren, and 2 years ago we're a standalone company, and a year and a half ago we listed. So we're just getting started at Tier 1. We've had to endure a pretty challenging year of capital markets, but we're at this point right now where investors have a fantastic entry point for our company as we get going and do our second round of drilling at Curibaya. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.